Okay, guys, it's day 163 of grinding until I become a millionaire, trying to get rich. I just got back from the gym. I'm a little sweaty, but I'm out of breath, so hopefully I catch my breath eventually. Dude, it's midnight again. I have gotten pretty much everything done. I still need to read, but my ass is getting kicked, and that's kind of what I rambled about yesterday. But let's talk about where I'm at currently. I have YouTube channel, website. I do affiliate marketing, and that makes me $1,000-1,500 a month. Like I've probably made about 500 in the last month just from YouTube ads from my two channels, and that's not a ton. But I was thinking about it, I was like that pays a fair amount of bills, you know. Could pay my car payment, insurance, and phone bill, maybe a few more things, but like that's pretty good for passive income for not doing anything. And I just started up again on the YouTube, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I do that. That makes me money. I serve part-time at fucking Olive Garden. I want to quit. We're getting there, but not quite. I swear, every time I'm there, my blood pressure just skyrockets. Sometimes I think people they're dumb, man. They're just dumb, and stresses me out working there, being around these people, like people I deal with. Some people are really cool, some people not so cool. But anyway, that makes me, a few months ago I was making like $4,000 a month from it. It's probably slowed down quite a bit. Like today I only made like 140 in my 5-hour shift. So money's gotten down, or just from tips. So I guess almost 200 with my hourly, but it doesn't matter. You know, 2,000, 3,000 a month from that. And then I do social media content creation for local businesses, and that's the most recent thing I started up. It makes me about a couple thousand. That's the one I'm really trying to grow because I don't have very many clients. It does take a lot of work. You know, we've got to set up a time, film the content. I've got to edit the content. I'm posting for these clients. I don't know if I'm going to keep posting. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I might just get a big enterprise repurpose plan, then I can run like 20 accounts, and maybe that's what I'll do. It'd be worth it at that point. But anyway, I don't know. But that makes me a little bit, I think I can scale that to 10K a month pretty easily. And that's where I want to go with it. And I want to make it a little bit more passive, if that means outsourcing more stuff. But I still don't know what the full funnel looks like on that. And I'm trying to figure it out. But that's what I've got going on. That's where I'm at currently in life. Hopefully 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 3 years from now, when I do the check-in video, I'll be like, yeah, I make 5,000 a month from YouTube. I make 50,000 a month from my social media management business and my investment, you know, whatever. That'd be cool. And then I can look back at this video and be like, wow, I really moved along somewhere. But so yeah, that's where I'm at currently. Some things I'm working on. I've got a lot of backlogged shit that I need to do, and I'm slowly just working my way through stuff, and it feels like I don't ever have time to do it, but we're working on it. Big goals here. So I started up on the YouTube again. I'm going to start posting and playing around. Now that my car's fixed, it's easier to go to the skate park. I do still want to film like weekly vlogs and pay somebody to edit them so I don't have to edit them. Maybe monthly live streams once a month, and I'll pair that with my studio time that I'm getting for the podcast studio that I'm renting for the podcast that I'm starting for the social media side of things. That's going to kind of be my top of funnel. But I'm thinking I could pair that and use some of my time for like a 30-minute live stream or Q&A type deal, and then section that out into videos, just kind of that same workflow that I was doing, but pay to outsource a lot more of it. And that's kind of what I was thinking. When I stopped posting on my YouTube channel like 2 months ago, I was like, look, I just moved into this apartment. Rent is now like $2,000 a month versus $1,000 a month. So shit got expensive. And I'm like, I need money now. So I started the social media, got the clients relatively quickly to cover the rent. And then I was like, you know what? It's a lot easier to make money from this. So what I'm going to do is scale that a little bit more and then pour some of the extra money into building the channel in a more passive way. I think by doing that, because I was spending so much time building the channel, and long term, I think it's going to have good gains. I mean, it already is, you know, making me 12, 15,000 a year passively, so to speak, is pretty cool. And it took me a couple years to build it to that. but now it's there. And so I think if I spend the next few years slowly building it up even more and getting everything tweaked and fine-tuned so it runs more passive, then 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it can be a pretty good asset. And so I want to focus on building that. But what I needed to do investment-wise is find some things that pay me better for my time and then take that money and put it into the YouTube, because the channel, like that stuff doesn't have a direct return. It has a return years from now. So it's like an investment. And I would rather invest $400 or $500 a month into putting out that content versus investing 120 hours of my time a month, because that 120 hours of my time can go towards making real money doing other things. And that's the thought process I have, and it seems it's kind of proving true. We'll see. But when I quit posting on the channel, like it was still making me the same amount of money, probably even more, which is wacky. But that's just, YouTube's a weird thing, man. I saw a short, it's getting a lot of comments now, so I was like, I'm gonna look at it. It went like a whole ass year before it broke 10,000 views. It just hardly any views for a year. And then throughout that second year, it went from like 10,000 to, I don't know, I think it's close to 1 million now. So probably 10,000 to like 800,000. And then so far this year, it's up close to 1 million. And that's what a lot of people don't understand with the short form content is like, or just with content in general. Like, if it's decent, it's eventually going to get picked up, whether you have to repost it, whether you just have to wait, like eventually it's going to get picked up. So just make the fucking content and put it out there. You might get 0 views for a while. You might get 10 views for a while, but consistently over time, you're building up a library that's going to get a ton of views later on. It just has to, because you're going to get better at it. You're putting more stuff out there. You're just building connection. People are starting to see it. Like, it's impossible if you're continuously improving and continuously posting to not get more views and not be better. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So I look, my main channel has like thousands of videos and it's still getting views, even if I don't post. My second channel has hundreds of videos that are still going to get views over time. So anyway, I want to build that up more. That's a big thing I've started shifting the focus on, adding on like members only videos to push for channel memberships on both of those. And yeah, so that's like one side of the pie. The other side is I just have I'm doing a filming project for somebody right now. Should be starting a website soon once I get the deposit. And I've got 2 more filming projects that I need to finish up. I've got to manage 2 or 3 clients. I've got to create a video for the 3rd client. And it's just like all this shit keeps piling on. And I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Because like my monkey brain, instead of doing the work on those things, I'm like running around like a maniac trying to find new clients. It's like, wait a minute, I got to focus on what I already have before I lose what I have. And so anyway, I got to keep myself in check sometimes. But one of my big goals is getting 2 more clients. So part of that is running around like a crazy person trying to find those 2 new clients and adding them onto the list of clients. But anyway, that's where I'm working on, or that's where I'm at, what I'm working on. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed because it's midnight and I'm just about to finish my stuff. I need to get up at 6. I need to go film that job. It should be done today. So I really need to be there in the morning to get the shots of them finishing it, and then maybe go back one more time in the day to get some more shots of it all finished, where I can walk on it. And then I need to decide if I'm going to edit that or send it to my editor. I don't know yet. I don't know which one I'm going to do. And so I've got that going on. It's midnight. I'm not going to get to bed till 1 or so by the time I upload this and read and clean the kitchen because it's a fucking mess. And there's just like 6 trillion things. I've got a networking meeting tomorrow that I probably am not going to go to. It's like an hour drive for me and it's a lot quicker on the bike. I don't have the bike. So I don't think I'm going to go to that one. But it's just like lots of stuff. And I got to work tomorrow and I've got to film content for a client tomorrow, and I booked it like 2 was kind of the earliest she could do. I've got to work at 5, and I'm like, I'm not taking my shift off. I'm like, we've got 2 hours, 2.5 hours tops, and she's always late and runs over. And so we'll see how to navigate that. I might just have to dip real fast and run to work. And so tomorrow is going to be a stressful day, and I'm going to be running on 5-6 hours of sleep. Again, for the last 3 days, dude, this week has been crazy. But it's like, how can I fucking lose if if that's the amount of effort I'm putting in, like every day? I can't. There's no way, it's just, but it's so frustrating because like who was it? I don't remember. I was talking to somebody and they're just like, oh yeah, I was like watching TV last night. I'm like, you do that? Like you have time for that? What the fuck? I haven't had time to do that in so long. And somebody commented on a video a while ago. I was like, you need balance. And it's like, dude, I am so happy with what I'm doing. I don't need balance. To me, that's not interesting. So, but it's like that's kind of the workflow. And wake up, do what I need to do, figure out, add more stuff to the to-do list, do stuff on the to-do list, do boom, 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 boom. And now doing 75 hard, I've kind of like maybe shortened the time window of time that I have to work, because it's like wake up, hour-long walk with Joey, I've got to cook food, I've got to do my second workout, I've got to do, like, there's just a lot of other things. I need to cook healthier because of my diet, and it's just like makes it a little bit more complex to just have time. Normally what I would do, like I came home from work about 10, I would have sat here and worked for at least an hour and a half and ran through my to-do list or scheduled my day or went through, like I'm working on a Shopify site right now for somebody and I really want to get some of those parts buttoned up. But instead I've got to do my second workout. So go do my second workout, none of that gets done. So like my time window for work today is probably 3-4 hours before I had to go to my real job. Whereas before I'd push off all these other things. Like sometimes I wouldn't eat. Sometimes I'd go grab food real quick because it's quicker than cooking. Sometimes I would just say, fuck, don't have time to work out today. Don't have time to walk Joey. Like we're just gonna do a quick walk, come in, I gotta work. And now I'm like forcing myself to do these other things and then fit in the work where I can. It'll be interesting to see like how that plays out over the next month. Hopefully I get better at balancing it and managing it, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, long story short, feel a little bit overwhelmed because tomorrow's going to be stressful, but it's going to be fine. We're going to be tired, but we got this. We're rocking it. Where I'm at currently, what I did today, woke up super tired. Joey woke me up. Usually she lets me sleep in, but not today. Woke up, we went on a walk. I didn't even put shoes on. I just put on flip-flops and we walked for like 2 miles, right? Yeah, that'd be about right. 2.5 miles. And then came back and cooked some food, worked on some of my to-do list stuff, worked on getting stuff on the other YouTube channel set up, and I've got repurposing stuff set up. I'm just reposting a lot right now until I start making more videos. And then I went to film the job, then I came home, then I worked a little bit more, then I made food, and then I went to my real job. So it was a lot of running around. I feel like I didn't get much done. I got a little bit done, but not what I need to. And yeah, so goals, 2 more clients, big, huge goal. I really want to get that soon. Like this month, I really need to add on 2 more. And that's a big goal. Need to, $10,000 a month is always just been my goal. I don't know. I'm going to do that 10 grand a month from between YouTube and the social media stuff. And I want to push the social so it's a little bit more passive. But right now it's not that bad, to be fair. It's really not. But that's the big goal. And I don't think I can get there on my BMX YouTube on my own. I think where it's at, maybe I can get it to 2K pretty consistently. But any more than that, I don't think it's possible. So a lot of that's going to come from the social media side, but it's like my main plan that I want to push and get people on is $1 grand a month. And so that's only 8 people, like 8 more people. That's not bad at all. 8 people, that's not bad. Got to find 8 people who can afford $12,000 a year, but that's okay. We got that. So anyway, those are the goals. That's what I'm working on. It's day 163. Like I said, I'm really tired. I'm going to finish this and get it uploading and go clean the kitchen while it's doing that. But I don't know, guys. I think this is really, I'm glad you guys are here hanging out with me and we're doing these check-ins. If you're watching this in the future, let me know how I'm doing. But it's like I said earlier, if this is the trajectory, if this is what I'm doing every day, it's like I can't lose. It feels really good to be back on it, be super consistent with everything, working out, eating good, getting shit done, just everything's starting to fall into place. And I don't feel as stressed about money. I'm not making a ton of money, but it's like, dude, I used to, like 6 months ago, have like fucking $50 in the account. And I'm like, oh, am I going to get gas or am I going to get groceries? Like, where am I going to spend my money? I filled up the car today. It was like $50. Didn't even, I was like, all right, cool. Oh, got groceries? Oh, cool. You know, it's like that's a very nice feeling to just be able to buy the shit that you need without stressing about it. And my whole life, I was stressing about stuff like that. High school, anyway, I'm not gonna ramble, but dude, like my whole life, it's always been like that. And so we're good. We're paying rent on time. We're buying groceries. Like everything's working out, except not having a vehicle for the last like 6 months. But we got that. We're gonna get everything fixed, everything sorted. It's fine. We're going in the right direction. You guys are along for the ride, and I appreciate you. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 164.